Hey, vinyl community, welcome back to another episode of RB's Vinyl Corner. And today we're gonna talk about a beautiful FTD vinyl record. And actually this is requested by Tony Hilton on Facebook. He has a Facebook page especially for FTD collectors, and he asked me if I could do a review of the FTD vinyl version of Elvis Country. And this is the beautiful album we're going to talk about today a little bit. And of course, Tony, here you go, especially for your FTD collectors page. And this way I also want to say hi to all the FTD collectors on this page. Elvis Country was released in 1971. I'm going to show you the original one here. And the cover was pretty iconic because this is actually deviates from that concept of putting Elvis in his jumpsuit on all the covers of his albums. And the only other 70s album that didn't have Elvis on the cover in his jumpsuit would be As Recorded Live on Stage in Memphis. Remember, that one has Graceland on the front cover. I like this one. I like the cover. You can see Elvis as a 2-year-old kid, and then here is this small picture of Elvis and his family, his father and mother. And it really captures the atmosphere of the album perfectly. In many ways, to me, this is a perfect album. Every song on this one is great. It's really absolute fantastic. And the overall theme of this is country songs. But of course, the way only Elvis could do them, with a special Elvis sauce. All right. So, wonderful record. I mean, I totally love it. Now, we can argue about if they should put all those snippets of that song, I Was Born About 10,000 Years Ago, in between the songs. Now here, just for the people who don't know this album, they have kind of like linked all the songs together with a snippet of a song which was called I Was Born About 10,000 Years Ago. And a lot of people don't like that they did that. But to me, I grew up with the album this way, and I kind of think it's pretty effective to link it all together that way. But that's just a personal opinion. This album was recorded during the June and September sessions of 1970, and I think, I just have to check it for a moment. Yes, they were recorded in Studio B, RCA in Nashville. And it's those same sessions. There would also be some songs recorded for the That's the Way It Is album. I'm going to show you just for reference purposes. This is the FTD version. This is a completely different cover. I'm not going to go into this right now because in a future video I want to go and talk about the That's the Way It Is in a similar way as what I did with the Jungle Room sessions. But some of the studio songs that were appearing on that album were also recorded during those same sessions. And some leftovers of those sessions would ultimately appear on this one, which is called Love Letters from Elvis. Now, when I say leftovers, the quality of the songs on this album are not as good as the ones on Elvis Country, although there are some songs on this which are pretty great. For those of you who have the Sony Legacy edition of the Elvis Country album, you know that is backed with the complete Love Letters from Elvis album also. That, of course, is because it was recorded during the same sessions. Alright, so there you go. This is Elvis Country, and the songs, I'm just going to go through the list of songs. The flip side here is Snowbird, Tomorrow Never Comes, Little Cabin on the Hill, Whole Lot of Shaking Going On. Actually, they recorded that one later on because they needed another song to include on the album. And it's actually not really a country song. It's more like a rock and roll song. But it's really pumping. I really, really dig this song big time. It's really pumping. I like the bass and the drum in this song. It's really pumping. I really love it. Funny How Time Slips Away, which he would also include in a lot of his concerts. Later on. I Really Don't Want to Know, very nice. He also included that in his late 70s concerts a couple of times. On the other side, we have There Goes My Everything. There is also reworking of that song into a gospel song that appeared on the He Touched Me album. It's Your Baby, You Rock It, love that song. The Fool, Faded Love, really awesome song. I Wash My Hands in Muddy Water and Make the Girl Go Away. No. Make the World Go Away. Alright, so those are the songs on this one. It's a pretty nice album that you should have in your collection. Alright, now let's go over the vinyl, the vinyl edition of FTD, which is a different cover. I'm going to show you both back to back here. This shows Elvis Presley as a 2-year-old kid, and this one shows Elvis as a young teenager in the early 50s. Alright, but it also includes the same baby picture here. Alright, the rest of the artwork is the same. And this is one of the nice things about the FTD vinyl records, is how they use alternate covers for their vinyl records. I like it a lot because we already have the originals, and the CD versions of these FTD records also contain the original artwork, so it's only a nice thing to have something different in your collection, and I really dig this. The flip side of the original would have Elvis Presley in 1970 during one of his concerts. The flip side of the FTD version has another picture of a very young Elvis Presley. Really nice, right? Okay, so I'm going to put aside this one, and I'm going to go a little bit deeper into this one. Anyway, the content here, of course, like we already come to know about the Elvis Presley FTD vinyl records, is alternate takes, focusing on alternate takes. So we have alternate takes of all the songs that appeared on Elvis Country and some extras. All right, one of the extras is a studio jam on I Didn't Make It on playing guitar, and also they have the first take on Where Did They Go, Lord, which is a beautiful gospel song that didn't appear on any album but was only released as a single, and it's a really powerful and strong song, and I really love that they have put that also on this beautiful album. Another song that appeared here were The Next Step Is Love, which actually I don't know why they put this on the Elvis Country, because that is a song that appeared on the That's the Way It Is album, and there are outtakes of that also on the That's the Way It Is a vinyl edition of FTD. What they used on this album is the undubbed rough mix, and also another undubbed rough mix of the song When I'm Over You, which actually appeared on Love Letters from Elvis. But other than that, all the songs on this album focuses on songs that are absolutely that appeared on Elvis Country. Alright, so here we go. We're going to take a close look. Front cover, you already see it. Really nice, right? Rear cover, same layout, same artwork, just different pictures. But are you ready for the inside? Because that's what I always love so much about the vinyl editions, is the inside covers. Look at this. More pictures from Elvis Presley's youth. There is the original baby photo they used for the original album. Look at Elvis Presley during the sessions for That's the Way It Is. Look here. Some other pictures from Elvis Presley's youth. Gotta love it, right? Real cool. There you go. And then a lot of liner notes about Elvis Country. Awesome. Right. So this is one of the earlier releases of Elvis Country, of Elvis FTD vinyl records, and that means that the inside sleeves are also very nice, glossy picture sleeves, and with more pictures of a very young Elvis Presley. Look at this. You gotta love this. Glossy, you can see it glimmer, right? There you go. This is an early Sun press photo, promotional picture from 1955. And this sets Elvis and Gene Smith on the Mississippi-Alabama State Fair in 1953. Actually, this is before Elvis started recording at Sun Studios. He might have recorded My Happiness, though, already at this point in his life. Black vinyl, of course, with the orange label that represents the time frame when this album was originally released. I'm gonna put this here, right? I'm gonna put it back later on. And then we're gonna go over the second inner sleeve. Again, a very young Elvis Presley. Here we go. It's the same Mississippi Alabama State Fair. Alright, only this is in 1945. And then we have a picture of Elvis with Betty Ann McMahon in Memphis, circa 1950. It's pretty cool to have all these old Elvis pictures from his youth before he became the well-known artist we know today. Alright, so that's Elvis Country. Again, I really love this album. It's one of the most beautiful FTD editions. But again, I probably say that from all the FTD vinyl records, I love them all. Some people argue about the sound quality on these, but I think they are perfect and great. And we can argue about the fact that some songs have a better audio quality on one release and the other on another release, and we can talk for ages about that. But fact is, to me, this is a very pleasant listening experience, and I love the sound, I love the quality, I love the pressings, I love everything, the artwork, the complete package. To me is really, really great. I can only recommend you to pick up a copy yourself. At least pick up a copy of the original one if this one is too expensive or you are not able to get this. At least make sure you have a copy of the original one, because it is absolutely, again, it's a wonderful album by Elvis Presley. So again, Elvis Country, FTD version, and I see you in the next video. By the way, Tony, I hope you liked this video, and see you next time. Here we go.